Hi guys, hi everyone. Okay, so this is Ziki here, and I hope you're all doing very well. Now listen up. I am on holiday, so I decided to come to this park here, and just across the road. Let me just across the road there. This is the subway station. It's on Beijing subway station, Beiyuanhe. That is on line 6. So if you live in Beijing and you want to come to this place, just to take line 6 heading to Luchang, and then you get this one here. Okay, so that being said, now I am in the tourists who come to Beijing for visiting. They are not familiar with this place. Why? Because it's not a place that is really marketed as a tourist destination like that, but it's one of the beautiful places that you can come to. If it's not very popular with a lot of people, and also at night this place is a heaven of beauty. Okay, it's so beautiful. So right now I'm just outside of a spot most tourists, like I said, never even hear about when they visit Beijing. This is Beiyuanhe Park in Tongzhou, the new administrative heart of Beijing. Okay, it's about I know a lot of people, you are familiar with the Forbidden City, so this place here is about 40 minutes away from the Forbidden City. Okay, so this is the place. It's so beautiful at night. I'm going to show you because I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, just to well up. Right now I came earlier because I wanted to find a good spot to sit down and just to relax a bit, so that is why I came here early. So if you have ever felt like the CBD of Beijing is just wall-to-wall crowds, maybe you're tired of just seeing all these high-rising skyscrapers, you're familiar with those, you just want something new, something calming, this is the place that you need to be. Okay, it's quiet, it's beautiful, there's a greenery. On the other side is a river. You can see here, this is the Canal West. Okay, Canal West is quite beautiful. So all these places at night, they will be filled with people drinking beer, just having fun. But like I said, I decided to come out early. Look at this little water washing. So I decided to come this hour because, like I said, I wanted to take a walk first before. Even the resident community across the road is so beautiful, well suited. Okay, now as we continue, so today I'm going to show you exactly why this quiet riverside park isn't just another green space in the city. It's actually one of the most important clues to where Beijing is heading west. All right, like I told you earlier on, that Beijing is building. There's a lot of construction that is going on in Beijing, a lot of new stuff. This is the restroom on the other side here. There's a lot of construction that is going on in Beijing, new cities, new things, everything beautiful is being built in Beijing. So this is the starting point. This is the starting area. This is one of those places that is heading to that. I told you that Beijing is trying to make sure that whether you live in the high density suburbs, whether you live in the low density suburbs, whether you live in any location that you live to, you have everything that you need. You have, great outings. You've got. Okay, so I had to pause a little bit because there was some music. I was trying to avoid music on my video. So anyway, like I said, I was telling you that China is trying to make sure that wherever you live in the center, in the city center, as long as you live in Beijing, it doesn't matter whether you live in the locations, you live in the CBD, it doesn't matter if you live in the high density suburbs, the low density suburbs. They want to make sure that everyone has a good life, everyone has a beautiful life, everyone has got access to parks, everyone has got access to recreation, everyone has access to roads, to food, everything nice. That is why this place here is one of those hubs that you can talk of how China is trying to make sure that wherever you find yourself at, you live beautifully, you don't complain, you don't have the urge like, okay, I need to go into the city center because I cannot have a boat, I cannot have KFC, I cannot have let me go into the city center, so that that kind of thing. So they're trying to avoid that situation where everyone is flooding to get into the city center, right? So that is why you're seeing that China, Beijing has been constructing, renovating, modernizing each and every space that they have in their city. I have given you a lot of videos where I'm talking about the construction that is going on in China. I have shown you several videos of beautiful construction that is taking place in China. This goes to show that they want to make sure that kwauri ikoko, you have the beauty, you have everything that you want. You don't need to, to go and squash and crowd in the city center. So this is the river, Beiyuanhe River. It stretches further down there. It's one of the most beautiful rivers that you see at night. There are boat riding. You can, actually ride some boats. You can go to the other side, get a boat. There's a hub where you have to get in the boats and this and that. Later on at night, we can come here for some beers, for some food. It's Friday today. You're going to see that this place is going to be full very, very soon. Like I said, I'm on holiday, so I came here a bit early, okay, so that I could do my vlogs without a lot of music and noise, because later on there's going to be a lot of music, a lot of noise around. Therefore, I might not be able to take my photos or my videos without copyrighted music. So that's why I said, okay, let me just come here today. All right. So like I said, the location of this place is very easy. It's very beautiful. It's central. It's easy to access wherever you find yourself at. And so you don't really need to worry with it. Well, how do I get there? Okay. I'm telling you guys that this place, like I said, it's this river here, the river that you can see here, falls under the Grand Canal. Okay, the Grand Canal, which is about 1,500 years old, a waterway that used to carry all the grain and supplies to the imperial capital. So for those of you who follow history, if those of you who follow history, like about the Grand Canal, that was used to connect all the provinces and cities, ancient cities in China. This is the river that connected the place. It was used to carry grain, to carry, building materials, to carry a lot of stuff across from city to city. So this is that area here. That is the Beiyuanhe River. That is the Grand Canal. But of course now it has been modernized. Like I said, everything has been modernized. They have made it to look beautiful. They have made all the rivers to be clean. Now they've built a lot of things to see, like where the pavements we're walking right now. These pavements used not to be there, but now the pavements are there. So it's just the modernization that is happening. But it used to be one of those connecting rivers in the Grand Canal, connecting China, all the cities in China, transporting food, agriculture, things, and all this kind of stuff. Okay, dating back to 1,500 years ago. So it officially opened to the public back in 2019. Like I said, it was ancient, right? And after renovations, it was opened in 2019, right as Beijing was in the middle of the biggest urban shift in decades, moving all the city's core government offices out of the overcrowded downtown and building an entirely new city center here in Tongzhou. Okay, I've shown you some videos as well where I was talking about, Tongzhou is a place that is building everything, new offices, new spaces, new schools, new accommodations, new everything. Even if I'm going to zoom for you across there, you'll see that they're still building. I've shared with you a lot of videos about how Tongzhou is building and modernizing, like at a fast pace you won't believe. So this is the deck I was talking about, where you can actually sign up if you want to use the boat. Later on it's going to be also very full, and that you can go across there. This is another area that you can use on the other side. Okay, let me attend here again. Just across there is a residential community. One of my friends actually lives in one of those buildings out there. Okay, later on of course we're going to be having some drinks there as well. So like I said, it's a new city. How the China is talking about, a new city, a new life for everyone. So they're building, modernizing, making sure that everyone lives large, everyone lives beautifully, no one is complaining, everyone is satisfied with their government. No one should ever say, well, as we are living, we were backward, we are wayward. Everyone is satisfied with what is happening. Okay, now back then, this War riverbank was just an abandoned industrial road. Okay, land kudala. This was just an abandoned industrial land, overgrown in weeds, the old factory warehouses. The city didn't just pave overweight. Okay, pane mavidhios atakatora kudhara, pane mavidhios akudhara aripo. Area yanga yakashata, munozwa kunonzi kushata kuyakwe, zvichingori zvidzimba dzimba, zvimauswa, nothing orderly here, nothing orderly. But then they came in, cleared everything, started to build, they started to clear pathways, started to put everything into order, pavements, housing, and everything. You can see even across the, even these are building blocks here, that's just across here. These are new buildings, these as well. There are also new buildings here that I'm showing you right now, okay? From 2019 when it opened, but of course they started building. It was delayed also during the COVID era, where they had to delay opening some of these places because of course we understand what was happening during that time, okay? Now so this whole area is about what, 2.5 kilometers, which is about 40 hectares park as the literal front yard. Just the front on its own, okay, just the front on its own is about 40 hectares. And also falls under the Tongzhou. It's a Tongzhou area, okay? Now, why is it important, okay? Why it's important, right? This place is important in the sense that we know that children love to play, adults need to relax, we all love to have the luxury, we all want to have the comfort. So that is why this place here is very, very important. So in order for me not to make our video very long, I'm going to give you part 2 of our vlog. This is the river, okay?